All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Here we go. All right, so let's see what he was found guilty of. All right, so here we go. All right, the jury came in. All right, cool. All rise. The jury enters. Um, we've received your note. Juror number 5, have you reached a verdict? Juror 5, we have. Is it unanimous? It is. Please provide a verdict for the deputy. Uh, the deputy will inquire as to the verdict in the matter of U.S. versus Combs, count 1, not guilty. Sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Okay. Because that was possible. That was possible because I said that was possible. Transportation for prostitution. Yeah, I knew he was going to get cooked on that one. It was a done deal. He flew the prostitutes in. Guilty. Jane, sex trafficking. Not guilty because yeah, they were getting something out of it. Um, Deputy, the transportation of for prostitution, Jane, guilty. Okay. So just transportation of prostitutes. Uh, Judge, I asked the media not to question jurors about their deliberations. Jurors, you can contact our chambers. You gave up a lot these 10 weeks. It is inspiring. You work together, rain or shine. You answer the call of public service and give us hope. Judge, I need to address a few matters with the lawyers. With the lawyer, then I will come back to meet with you, jurors. All rise. Jurors exit. All rise for the jury. Jurors exit for the last time. I'll hear any application then about a sentencing date. Combs, he should be released. Combs, he's no longer charged with sex trafficking or racketeering. His plane has been chartered. It is in Maui. He does not have access to his plane. This is his first conviction. It is a prostitution offense. He should be released. Combs, he is here and could sign a bond. He should be released today to go back and live at Two Star Island. This is just coming up right now. I will hear from the government in a moment. Are you proposing he just walk outside now? Yes. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can just walk outside. I don't think you can just walk outside. I just don't think so. I don't think that's ideal. I don't know if the judge is gonna like go for that. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. Uh, Judge, you are proposing $1 million bond. Combs, yes, and travel to Florida, New York, and Los Angeles. And she told me the U.S. opposes his release. A person found guilty shall be detained until a judicial officer finds he is not likely to flee or be a danger. As you call me, the defendant faces a maximum sentence of 20 years, even while faced with this case. He assaulted Jane here in New York, preparing to surrender. He had drugs in his hotel room, was ready to commit the same offense. Oh my God. So they're arguing he's a habitual offender. Oh, this is nuts. This is nuts. Hey, this dude, 20 years. So they can't, oh my God. It can't run concurrent. Whoa. What the heck was that? See, this is why I don't like X. What was that? What? Oh my God. Bro, is my account cooked? Is my account cooked? Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. Let me take this off screen for a second. Take this off screen for 1 second. Take it off screen. All right. Yeah, big loss for the persecution. They didn't do their job all the way. They didn't do their job. It was impossible for them. What the heck? What is this? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I had to block a person. I had to block a person so I could continue streaming because like that just was unnecessary. Why would you post a dude fighting? Like why would you do that? Now I gotta go back in and I gotta edit this in post to get that up out of here. Like that pisses me off, bro. That pisses me off so much. Let's see what else. Uh and da 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 da. I am not going to resolve this second. I need to review the statutes. Ms. Comey, do you have a case in which bail was denied after a conviction under the Mann Act? You may confer and come back. We plan to be here all day. Plan to be here the whole day. All right, cool. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, this dude, this inner city press guy, he deserves like mad kudos. He deserves mad kudos. But I knew for a fact there was no way Diddy was beating the Mann Act charges. There was no way because all you had to do was put a prostitute on a plane. If you put them on a plane and they left the state, like the only place that you can like fly, there's very few states where you can fly a prostitute and it's not you're in like over an hour and you're not leaving the state. You know what I'm saying? Like you're flying them like multiple like because again, you're talking about plane hours, right? Like if you're in a plane for 45 minutes in California, that will get you to Vegas. You'll be in Nevada's airspace, you know, but you can go 6 hours north in California, which is end up being a 3 hour plane ride. You can do a 3 hour, a two and a half, 3 hour plane ride to San Francisco and still be in the same state. You can go from Jacksonville, Florida to Miami and still be in the same state. You can go from Houston to El Paso. That's a big in the same state. But outside of that, you're leaving the state. You're leaving the state. Period. Dot. You're leaving. You're going to another state. So I don't know, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. So again, for the person who just got here, I'll read off the verdict again. It is unanimous. So they said not guilty on count one. So he's not guilty of a RICO, which I said that last video that I just did. Then sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, not guilty, which again, that was a possibility. That was a possibility. It could have went the other way, but it's possible because again, she voluntarily like she was there for a really long time. And I know somebody was arguing that. So that's fine. Transportation for prostitution, yes. Yes, absolutely. Jane, sex trafficking, no. Not guilty of sex trafficking. Again, his lawyers did a phenomenal job of crossing Jane and Cassie, even though like when they were getting to Cassie, they were on her ass, bro. And then transportation for prostitution, guilty. So he's facing 20 years. He's facing 20 years. I am aware of cases involving minors, but we intended to raise relevant conduct at sentencing, the drugs and violence. Judge, I'll like letters from each side when uh, a few hours. I think that makes sense. Mr. Combs does not want to go back to the MDC. He's shaking his uh, Mr. Combs does not want to go back to the MDC. He's shaking his head. So 1 p.m. letters, and we'll convene in the afternoon. I'll let party know. Know. He would be a fool, which he is not, to violate any condition. So they're adjourned for now. We'll have to check back in. So Lexi, so 20 years for all counts, or 20 years just for the counts he's guilty of. So he's only guilty of, and I have the form here. I have the form, the jury form. So I'll pull it up for you so you can understand what he's guilty of. Uh, yeah. So okay. So he's guilty of count five, which is the Mann Act, which is transportating a prostitute across state lines. The moment he flew that one prostitute from New York to L.A., or was it the one from Florida to New York or New York to Florida? I don't know. He was doing a lot of flying around. I knew he was going to be guilty of that, because he flew in three prostitutes for Jane. Three. All right. And that Jane is allegedly 50 Cent's baby mama. Um, I mean, it's gonna get exposed now, like, because now where it's everything kind of out in the open. And then count three, he's man act transportation Cassie Ventura, for Cassie Ventura. So again, flying out prostitutes to sleep with Cassie. He's guilty of that. But they didn't find him guilty of the sex trafficking, and they didn't find him guilty of the other sex trafficking count, which is count four. And then count one is the RICO. Count one is the RICO. Hold on, I have that image too. I think it's this one actually. Yeah, yeah. And so count one, he wasn't guilty of the RICO. He wasn't guilty. Like, which again, I was like, I don't know if you had to, like, I heard you had to prove just two minimum, but again, like, if they didn't think he's sex trafficking, which is a plausible conclusion you could reach, because it is a bit of a reach. It is a bit of a reach. And I know probably the last few holdouts were probably on Cassie Ventura being a victim of being sex trafficked. I'm gonna try and see, is there anything else? Yeah. Judge leaves the courtroom. After the judge leaves from the gallery, a loud clapping and cheering. Sam Combs is led back to into his holding cell. Um, yeah, yeah, man, yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. All right, yeah. Let me go on. Let me go and post. Let me go and post this here. Yeah. I wonder will they convert it to probation. It's a felony. It's two federal counts of a felony. I don't. No, he's not just no. No, he's gonna go to jail for some length of time, unless they credit him time served and they make the rest probation. And the judge seems inclined to at least why he let him go home on bond till the judge makes up their mind about sentencing. Because you know what I'm saying, like, because the judge made reference to, it looks like Sean Combs is shaking his head because he doesn't want to go back to the MDC, like he want to go home, which is what it is. I believe so. I believe he wants to go home, which makes sense. Um, yeah, which makes sense. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Um, what the heck happened? Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me see something real quick because this is not. There we go. Okay, there we go. Um, you know how Thug got probation for his case. I was thinking he might get the same. Nah, because Thug's case was absolutely mishandled completely. But this is one of them times where, you know what I'm saying, the federal government overstretched their hand. They overreached their hand, and no reasonable person was gonna get, be down with it. Um, Diddy faces of 20 years at, what is it, 7? It be determined. So they're going to determine whether or not he's going to get released at 1 at 1 p.m. uh at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That bond will only go. The bond will only go until the sentencing hearing. Okay. Yep. Yep. Good grief! It didn't. It so it popped up right in my phone, but not on. But not on the. How can I fix this? Because it didn't pop up the way that I wanted it to. Nope, there's no other way to fix it. I'm gonna just do it like this. Yeah, I think so. Diddy is not getting probation. His case is closer to R. Kelly's. I mean, yeah, well, he's gonna at 20. The internet gonna go crazy at 1 a.m. Yeah, for real. But he might. He only been in jail 9 months, right? So I think Kelly has 30. Yeah, R. Kelly has 30 years. R. Kelly has 30. Had a cool 30. I don't even know how you can. I don't know how anything's cool about a 30, but yeah, he got like 30. Yeah, 30 years, which is insane. Like R. Kelly having 30 years. Like, granted, yeah, he deserves 30, but at the same time, it's like, what the heck? I gotta. I'm trying to fix my Facebook post because Facebook, for some reason, didn't make it like easily readable for people, and it's just not. Yeah, it's just not. I think he faces up to 20, and these are felonies. Like he's definitely going to jail. Like, that's unavoidable. Like, sentencing, he's going to jail. There's no probation. There's no. That's not possible. It's not. It says a maximum of 10. The federal sentencing guidelines, even though he's a first offender, you did it twice, and then they can argue that you were in the act of about to do it again when they arrested you. So it's like, that's crazy. You got arrested like when you're about to do a freak off. Yeah, that's tough. This is tough. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. Um, he's looking at the dismissals. He might be getting 5 to 10. What dismissals? What dismissals? What dismissals? What got dismissed? What dismissals are you looking at? What are you talking about? Please help me. Help me understand. Okay. Oh, I just got some thumbnails. Oh, that's nice. Man, he beat I mean, yeah, he beat the Rico, but the prostitution count by itself carries a maximum of 20. I mean 10. And you got it twice. It carries a maximum of 10, and you got it twice. You got the same thing twice for two different people. For two different people. But I did say though in my previous video that I seen him serving about 10. About 10. Like, I could see him doing 10, but he's a first time offender, so really do like 8. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I realistically expect. Um oh my god. Okay. Yeah, the max isn't often given. Yeah, yeah, I know. The max isn't often given. Like, and I'm not saying like I'm for him getting the max. I'm not at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, once it all came down to it, like, yeah, once it all came down to it. However, I mean, he's more guilty of being a freak than anything else. But anyway, yeah, I think this is about it. I think this is pretty much it. I got everything. I need to go because I do got to go to work. But I did want to do this morning. Uh, yeah, 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 man. This is crazy. This is crazy. So again, count one, Rico, not guilty. Count two, sex trafficking, Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Uh, a Mann Act. So the flying of prostitutes, transportation of prostitutes, guilty on count 3. Then he was guilty on count. He was guilty on count. He was not guilty on count 4, with the sex trafficking and Jane Doe, and he was guilty of count 5, which is a Mann Act, again, flying in prostitutes. So all he had to do was just lose local prostitutes, and he would have been straight. That's a crazy way to end up in jail. Is, dang, you should have just stuck with the local prostitutes. Like, you should have just found somebody local. Like, that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah. It would make sense that he would not understand that. It would make sense. But anyway, yeah. Let me get up out of here. I'm out, man. Y'all stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe.